It doesn't matter what the ground is. The ground is the fertilizer.
But don't you think we
hold
have
on. You plant an orange,
Yes.
a seed of apple seeds.
Yeah.
It's going to come out a tree, bringing the fruit to yield apples. It doesn't matter what the ground has. The ground has nothing to do with that. It's with the seed. The seed is bringing forth the increase, not the ground. The seed.
Well,
So
wait.
now, hold on. So now, if you plant an apple tree, you're not going to get a mixed seed of
But
apple and almonds. No, you're not going to do that.
It's to seeds. It's completely different.
No, the seed come from the man, bro. Listen, I don't know your Western mentality, and I don't care. This is what the scriptures say. The truth is the truth, and the truth always going to bear the victory. So you can have your effeminate, vain opinion. That's you.
Look, what my friend is saying is this, bro. Let's say I have sex with a white woman and you have sex with a black woman. What that child is determined by what we are. Man, that's what he's saying.
Because the child will not. They're not.
Yeah, bro, you thinking?
No. But here's the thing, though. There is no half in the Bible.
Hold on, it doesn't half and half.
Like
You
he
can't
was
just see
saying.
things in black and white.
No,
There
but-
has to be some gray area.
No, but
Like,
hear me
there's
out.
no gray area, bro. It's
But
no
hear me
opinion.
out.
The fact is
Judah,
facts,
hold
bro.
on. Hear me out. What he said. He said, look, if you take an apple seed, you can plant it in Florida, you can plant it in New York. What's going to spring forth? Apples.
But you need to take care of the ground that fertilizes the seed.
I agree with you.
You can't just reap the ground and expect the seed to
I agree
grow.
with you. I agree with you, but it doesn't change the fact that an apple seed is not going to spring forth. That's what the man is trying to tell
No,
you.
it does entirely. If you just
Actually, I'm
you
a
go-
farmer and I know for a fact.
So if you
if
change
plant
the
the seed
soil-
on one
Man, I
farm-
grew up on
Hold
a
on.
farm in Mississippi, man. So you can't tell me nothing about farming.
Hold on, brother. Hold on. If you take care of the soil, no matter what you do to the soil, you telling me if I plant an apple seed in the ground, a different fruit is going to come forth?
No, that doesn't
But
matter.
the tree
I'm
will
not
look
saying.
completely different.
It will look different. That's a good point.
Also, it determines
my-
how strong this tree may
if
be.
I had sex with a white woman, the baby don't have to come out looking dark like me. It
Not
could be a lot.
necessarily.
Case in point.
However,
Blake Griffin.
however, you can't just see it in black and white. There's a lot of societal.
But the Bible is in
impacts
black
that
and
have
white.
to go.
Numbers.
Okay,
The
numbers.
pedigree of their fathers. Get that real quick.
Pedigree of their father. Okay, now, case in point, Blake Griffin, his father is a so-called black man. His mother's a so-called white woman.
Yes.
He came out looking like a so-called, albino, but his father's black. So you are who your father is. Now, hear me out, bro. You are who your father is. I don't care where you coming from. You are who your father is. You thinking on a Western mentality. We thinking on a biblical.
This reminds me of.
All right, wait. I have a question.
Oh,
wait, this
I'm not finished. I'm not finished.
This reminds
I'm
me
not
of-
finished.
Hold on. Let the scriptures go out. Let's read
reminds me of-
this.
Oh,
Oh,
Do you know
Yo,
that-
bro, hold on.
Yeah,
You
I
gotta
got
let the
you.
scripture speak, bro.
Numbers 1 and 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers.
By the house of their fathers. It has nothing to do with the woman. The woman that's an incubator, that's incubating and bringing forth the seed that's being incubated, bro. So it has nothing to do with the woman. Read that again.
Well, go ahead. What you have to say?
I think that you can't just take into account the father and the mother necessarily. I think a person is more than just who their father was. Okay, take for example Zeus.
Zeus is a mythological.
He's a representation of ideas.
Zeus is a mythological person.
You're talking about representation?
He don't exist.
You're talking
Zeus
about
is a
representation?
figment of a man's imagination,
I'm
man.
just saying.
What are you talking about?
You're talking about representation of
Man,
ideas.
you talking about some fairy tale. Zeus does not exist.
I know.
Hold
I'm aware of that.
on. Wait,
I'm
you
aware
gotta
of
understand this. We operate through the Bible. If you're gonna give an analogy,
We
you
did it
have-
with
Giving you an
reality.
analogy. I respect
Zeus
your
is not in
opinion.
the Bible. You have to give
I
it
know,
give us
but I'm
something
just
else.
saying, this is a metaphor for what can be described in the Bible.
No,
I'm
it's
just
not.
saying,
We deal with reality. We don't deal with metaphors which can be described on a person's theory or thought, which is his own philosophy. We deal with the scriptures 100%
you
truth.
deal with the concrete 100% what you see in this book.
We dealing with
Absolutely.
exactly, man.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
So
If the Bible says a man's. You watch House of Dragon, Game of Thrones. You familiar with that?
I've heard of it. I haven't watched it.
Well, it's set in a
Yeah,
in
man,
a
you killing
medieval
with that
time.
cigar, man.
One second. It's set in a medieval time, right? And in the medieval times, they show you in that the house is carried on from your fathers. Like whatever your father is, that's your house. That's how the
I
Bible
understand
operates.
that. I was saying to connect to what you were saying. I see another depiction of this in Greek mythology.
Greek mythology is Greek mythology. Bro.
I'm aware
That's
of
what
that.
it is. Mythology. Mythology is
the study of things
It's
that may or may not be real.
It's not real. Mythology is not real, man. Look up that. Go into an online etymology dictionary and look up mythology. It's not real.
It's
It's a
the Greek-
figment
wait, okay,
of
I
a
have a
person's
question.
imagination.
I have a question.
Yo, bro, check it out. Hold on. Check it out. Mythology is a myth.
Yes.
It has nothing to do with reality. When you go into the online etymology dictionary and you look up the word myth, it's going to tell you it's a figment of a person's imagination.
Yeah.
It's a thought.
Well, let's break down the word. Ology means the study of. So it's just a study of
And
myths and
mythos
theories.
is the Greek root, which means
This-
it means what it means.
Right, but,
It's
that, but
mythology.
exactly. But we're telling you that the Bible is not a
Okay, well,
mythological
why is the
book.
Bible not mythology?
Because it's-
How come you guys are
it's
right,
not
but
mythology.
No,
Hindus
because
are
because
wrong?
look,
Of course.
the Bible
It's
deals
dealing
with
history,
it deals with history.
prophecy.
So does the Hindu
Judgment.
scriptures.
No, it does not.
Yeah,
No,
they do.
no.
They
What
deal
prophecy
with
in the
it.
Hindu scripture came to pass? We could tell you many in the
Well,
Bible that
what-
came to pass.
Do you think that everyone should have your set of beliefs?
No. Listen, it's not our beliefs. It's with the Lord
You
Yahweh
think
and
everyone
His Son
should-
Yahweh Shah
You think
has.
everyone should follow what you follow.
Listen, it's going to happen when
Oh, 1 second. Let's answer him. Amos 3:3.
Oh, okay.
You said
Damn, you can cite your sources. All right.
we've been doing this a long
we
time,
do
brother.
so many times. I'm
So
saying, but I'm trying to
he
tell you
asked us. He asked us, are we concerned with everybody believing what we believe?
Yeah.
Let's answer real quick.
Amos 3:3. Can two walk
No, I'm
to-
sorry. Romans.
Oh, Romans 3:3.
Romans 3:3.
All right, give me a second. I'm not
For
young.
what if some did not believe?
All right. Got you. Romans 3:3. For what if some did not believe?
So stop. So the Apostle Paul is saying, and the cigar is doing a bit for me, brother.
That shit is
But-
definitely killing me. man.
But he said, for what if some did not believe? So you asked, does everybody believe? We need everybody to believe. He said, look, what if some people don't believe? Go ahead.
For what if some did not believe?
Yes.
Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect?
So just because, let's use an example for you. Let's say somebody don't believe in trains, right? I don't believe in trains. If you sit on a train track and don't believe in
And
trains,
then the train comes hit you.
exactly. So
All right, I
that's
see what you're saying.
that's how these prophecies are.
So what you're
look,
saying is
one
this will
second,
come
one
to
second.
pass regardless of what other people
There you
believe.
go.
So
All right, now let me ask you one question.
Yes.
What book brings the prophecies? Matter of fact, what book mentions all the ancient kingdoms that rule?
I mean,
There's only, hold on, listen, hear me out. There's one book that brings forth every ancient kingdom that ruled, from the Assyrians, the Babylonians.
Before
Hold on.
they came into power.
Before they came into power.
Well, what you guys could do is you could go on Google, and the Bible has the most manuscripts validating it, over 600 manuscripts validating the
it's
history and the
most-
context
it's
of the
mo- it's
Bible.
mo- it's
Secular
the most
history.
published.
It's called secular history.
And I want to tell you something. We're still in Bible times. The
That's right.
times that we live in now is still in the
Well,
Bible
there's no
now.
way to define when the time was. It's all
Look,
relative.
check this out.
But-
they even
no, it's not.
depicted going out of space in the scriptures.
It's in the scriptures.
The-
They
Depicted.
even- yeah.
The Bible speaks about about the mark of the beast, a time in where you cannot commute and do any transaction unless you have a mark in your right hand and
So-
your forehead. 1 second. We're not living in that now. That means it is yet to happen, but it's going to happen. There's going to come a time in your lifetime, let me finish, brother, where you cannot do any transaction unless you have a mark. And we believe through the Bible that's the RFID microchip, which is present in this time. So these are some of the things we have to warn our people of. What were you going to say?
So, actually, what was I going to say? So, okay, actually, no. So if with the train metaphor that you were just talking about, you don't believe in trains, the train comes hits you. Why do you tell people about the trains if they don't believe?
Well, here's the
So
thing.
Why is this
I've
not
been
easily?
here.
No.
I would do that.
1 second.
Ezekiel 33rd and 1. We're going to start at 11. I'm going to get that.
One
I got
second. You mentioned why we telling people about the trains, because the Bible told us to warn certain of our people about the oncoming train.
got
Why
it.
warn
Got it
people
right
if they're
here.
not
I
going to
got a
be willing to
scripture
listen?
before you bring that up.
Well, the scripture
You
says
see people walk past
Yeah,
all day.
yeah.
Can I bring
You
that
have
out?
whether they're here or forbear. You have that? What you got?
This one scripture,
Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep His commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
Right. So this we'll put on the purpose to teach the fear of the Lord. Now, get me whether they're here or forbear, please,
All right,
because
okay, I got it right now.
We
I
gotta
got
go.
it.
Actually.
Okay,
I'm
hey, bro,
sorry.
so-
It was very nice meeting you.
That was the next verse down in Romans.
it's all
Very
right.
nice meeting you.
All right. You have a good one, bro. Take care, man. All right.
All right, man.
All right, bro.
Hey, America's going to be destroyed, man. Whether you want to believe it or not.
I didn't even know you was recording already. I'm just looking.
He's
at it.
recording, right?
I was recording, but I told them I wasn't gonna put their face on the camera. They didn't want their face on the camera.
So, hey, but guess what, though? They was trying to validate and trying to say that the mother has something to do with the genealogy of a man. It's not. It doesn't. They don't. That was their whole argument. They were trying to bring that the mother has something to do with that. That's that Queen of Heaven spirit. And I perceive they are fucking Amalekites, man.
Covering cast. That's why. Let me see.
That's crazy because I did a lesson right before camp, on the real Jews or Negroes. Get on the camera, look at the show.
And I perceive that they were Amalekites, you know what I'm saying? And they were trying to equate their mother into the genealogy of the land. That's what they believe in, Amalekites. They believe in that their mother have something to do with their genealogy, but it's the genealogy come from the man. The genealogy come from the man. The mother's nothing but an incubator. The genealogy come from a man. The man, you are who your father is, not who your mother is. If a white man have sex with a black woman and bring forth a seed, that baby is a goddamn tear. Look at Lenny Kravitz. His father's a goddamn Jew. He's an Edomite. Blake Griffin, father, is a black man and his mother is white. Blake Griffin, the basketball player, is a goddamn Negro. That's the bottom line, how the Mosai deals, man.
I can't. Isaiah 25:7. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people and the veil that is spread over all nations. All right, cut. And he will destroy in this mountain of rule. Esau is considered a mountain. He governs the world. He's ruling the world. And then these elites also. And he will destroy in this mountain, and America is considered a mountain, the face of the covering cast over all the people. Yeah, the people don't know who they are. There's a covering cast over them. It's a veil over them. So they thinking that they're Chinese. This person thinks he's African American. This person thinks they're Dominican. Those are all like bywords, man.
I got something.
Over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. So the Lord is revealing who's who through the men of the Lord. And then, so that's being revealed, man, because all these people, they don't know who they are. Things are turned upside down. They believe in that their mother brought forth their genealogy and all credit is given to the woman. That's that false doctrine and all of that been promoted. You got it.
And that's the Queen of Heaven spirit, man. Mm-hmm. That all the nations of the earth is struggling with that Queen of Heaven spirit. They all worship the Queen of Heaven. You got it, brother.
I got something. This is Matthews 1:1. The book of the generation of Yahushua.
The book of the generation. So this is talking about genealogy, lineage.
Is everybody to come around?
Yeah, everything we good.
It says the son of David, the son of Abraham.
It said the son of David, the son of Abraham. So this is talking about the forefathers.
It says Abraham begat Isaac.
So Abraham brought Isaac. All right, so Isaac comes from Abraham's loins.
And Isaac begat Jacob.
Now Isaac begot Jacob. So it did not say the woman. Anything it said about the woman begot this person, the woman begot that person. It's talking about the male. Because the male brings forth, really brings forth the life, nationality, and also power comes through the male too.
I'm going to jump all the way down to 16 and 17. And Jacob begat Joseph, the husband of Mary, of whom was born Yahushua, who is called the Anointed.
So the Lord came from Joseph, all right?
Yeah,
and Joseph came, so Joseph was through King David line. So it's talking about lineage. See, it was one time where we could trace our fathers back, but the so-called white man, he did all of that, which prophecy was scattered among the nations and lost our identity, man. But there's elite families on the earth that they could track all the way back to the source. These banking families, they could track their line all the way back to the source. But that's why we out here in faith. We know we're Israelites through faith in the spirit. You know, but we can't track those records back, but we know that we go back to Jacob.
That's right, brother. Wait, I got him looking for a precept real quick.
Okay. Yeah, so
Okay.
once again, Esau is
Wisdom of Solomon,
all right.
7:1, huh?
His turning
7-1?
oh yeah. His turning of things upside down. People don't know where they're going, who they are, and the order of things because of so-called white man.
There's a reason. Go ahead.
No, but I'm gonna say everything is turned upside down. There's a reason why that when you go into the script, I'm saying when you talk to people such as the two Edomites, and I perceive they was from the seed of Amalekites. They were Amalekites, man, and they was trying to equate their mother as a part of it. I'm telling them, no, your seed come from your man, come from the man. I could prove it throughout the scriptures. He was bringing out scriptures that the pedigree is come from the man. Sperma is the sperm, the seed of man. And I got a precept to bring this out, to bring forth more proof that the seed come from the man. And this is the book of Wisdom of Solomon in the Apocrypha, and it says, I'm gonna start the title. All men have their beginnings and end alike. He preferred wisdom before all things also.
Wisdom comes before all things, and every man has a beginning and an ending. All right. Esau, he had a beginning, his rulership, and he's ending his rulership. His rulership is ended.
It says, myself also, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 1. Myself also am a mortal man.
All right,
like
he's a
unto all.
mortal man. All right, he's a mortal man.
It says, like unto all, and the offspring of him.
Offspring. So offspring meaning of him. So he's going back to the seed. Go ahead.
It says, and of the offspring of him that was first made of the earth, which is Adam.
Uh-huh.
Adama.
Of the ground, right?
The ground, yeah. So it says, and my mother's, it said, in my mother's womb was fashioned to be flesh in the time of 10 months.
Time of 10 months. So he was in that embryonic fluid, and he was in his mother's stomach until it was time for him to be born.
They say 9 months, but right now Esau says 9 months, but in the scripture is saying, it says, and in my mother's womb was fashioned to be flesh in the time of 10 months.
See, 10 months. So the scriptures is on point. Esau changed things around. So when they say, oh, this the baby or whatever they want to call it, the zygote, whatever words they give it name to, by saying it's not a termination, you're not terminating, meaning you're not killing, you're not promoting death. But nah, it's starting from that point, from that starting point.
Yep.
So it's already life.
It says, and in my mother's womb was fashioned to be flesh in the time of 10 months, being compact in blood.
Being compacted in blood, all right?
And here's the point, of the seed of man.
Of the seed of man.
When you
so
go
go back to sperm. You got it.
You got it. You say you right. I'm about to say when you go to that word sperm, and go back to the Greek word sperma, which means seed. You got it. That's a lot.
All right. Yeah, sperm. All right. And also that sperm is alive, man. You got it.
It says being compact in blood of the seed of man and the pleasure that came with sleep.
Yeah, so what? A man get with a woman and he pipe it, right? And then you know what the rest, what happens after that, all right?
It says, and
climax, you know, what else? What, you know?
It says, and when I was born, I drew in the common air and fell upon the earth, which is of like nature.
That's right. So, you know, you had the midwives, a woman give the birth, they sitting down, they sitting, right? Or squatting, however you want to put it. They not lying on their back, all right? And then, you know, they let gravity takes place, you know, and child is born, and then from that environment, from being in the stomach to coming out of the womb, it's like now you breathing the oxygen, you know, and inhaling, exhaling, all right.
It says, and the first voice which I uttered was crying, as all others do.
Yeah, you crying because now you're in a different environment. All right, you're in a different environment now. You know, cold. You know, different temperature.
Bro, they transition from the spiritual world to the physical world. So now, you know, they're crying because who the hell want to come to this goddamn shithole, man? You know?
Yeah. Huh?
So it says, and when I was born, I read that already. It says, I was nursed in swaddling cloths.
Okay.
That was it, right? Basically, that was it.
Yeah. So you got it.
Yeah, because this guy was saying the woman is. Oh, he was saying like the woman plays a part in who you are.
Oh yeah, because he was trying to say, well, what you got to do with the ground and this and that. He was what he was shifting from the main point, man.
Yeah, well, basically he was trying to put a woman on some sort of pedestal when it comes to bringing forth children. But this is Luke 11:27, and it came to pass as he spake these things, a certain woman of the company lifted up her voice and said unto him, Blessed is the womb that bare thee, and the paps which thou hast sucked.
So yeah, so basically they basically boasting about the woman.
Yeah.
Boasting about the womb, about the woman. Cause you always hear that, yo, you come from your mother. Your mother carried you. And this and that. It's all praises given to the woman.
Verse 28, but he said, and this is the red letters right now, yea, rather, blessed are they that hear the word of the Most High and keep it.
Yeah, blessed are they that hear the word of the Most High. Everyone don't hear the word of the Most High, understand it. It goes over their head. Their spirit been shut. Their mind is not open.
Yeah, so if this was the case, Yahushua would agree with that woman that was shouting out in the crowd, like you're right, or blessed are all the wombs of the. There's no scriptures of Yahushua speaking in that sort of thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Because back in the ancient world, women had no importance. The only thing was to guard the house, man, and to take care of the little ones. They had no significant role in society, man.
Yeah.
But in this society,
they were significant.
But they were significant. I mean,
children. But I get what you mean.
to raise the children and all that. I'm talking about as being in the political realm inside the government house. You know what I'm saying? Which you know, being a part of politics and being significant in society, meaning being into politics. They had a significant role, taking care of the household. That's the duty of a woman, to be subservient to her husband. You know. But when you look at it in the overall aspect, men was the ones that was taking care of the affairs of a nation or a government, man.
Yeah, men were governing the society and women were governing the homes. And you see, you have two options. You can either oppress male sexuality or oppress female sexuality. You see what happens when you oppress male sexuality and uplift female sexuality. You have this confusion. You have America. You look at the Middle East, things are more in order. And I say this about the Muslims. Look, the Quran's toilet paper, we know that. But whatever they say, they stand on that shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they were willing to damn near die for their woman to keep them in order. But who over here is willing to die for one of these out-of-pocket hoes, man?
Scallywags.
You gotta be out of your mind. You think you wanna, because these women don't back you. These Americanized, these westernized thinking women, they don't back you. Not only the nigga woman, but all the women of the earth that have a Western mentality, man. And then what they doing is they're spreading their Western mentality over there and trying to have women usurp the government of their nation, man, and take their hijabs off, you know what I'm saying? But they got their backs turned to the camera so they can't show their face, showing you that they have fear of their government. But what they doing is is a proxy, like a proxy usurping, where they pay. And they use the internet to pay these young females that's in school that they got a taste of democracy. So what they doing is they are trying to usurp the authority of the government. They had these women doing what they want to do. Before you know it, these women are gonna be twerking like you see in America, man. You can't even go on TikTok without you seeing a woman twerking, man. showing you the state of the mindset of the people in the Western, wherever you in the Western part of the world, man. And they're trying to push that bullshit over in the Eastern part of the world, but they ain't happening.
You know, in China, China, first of all, if you believe a video on TikTok is getting a billion views, you're a fool. All right, they have bots in China that's propagating these things. The mission that China is doing is videos that deal with folly. They push it heavy in America, but in China, videos that deal with science and all that type of shit and education, that's what they're pushing them over there. So it's, hey man, there's a war for the mind.
I saw that.
I got a precept. 1 Corinthians 11:8. For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man.
That's right. The woman is of the man. Woman come from the man. All right. It's through the male that determines nationality and gender. All right.
It's very similar to like what we mentioned, like a fruit tree. You know, a seed is planted in the earth and it's cultivated in the earth. It takes a certain time, just like you in the womb. And then when it springs forth, we know what type of tree it is. And at a certain particular age in this tree's life, it can bring forth now more fruit, just like us. At a certain point, your balls drop, produce sperm, now you can bring forth more chunks. So the same thing happens.
I got a precept. And this was going on. And this is what they're trying to uphold over in Iran. But you got the American media over there with Twitter and all the rest of them usurping their government. It says,
can we stand against our back against this?
Would be better.
What you want me to do?
Yeah, you position it how you can, but just don't go in the middle. Yeah,
All right.
It says,
you can always zoom out, huh?
this is First Timothy chapter.
This is good.
All right.
Chapter I'm gonna go to the rest of the verse. 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 9. In like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
You're supposed to wear modest apparel. You're supposed to wear clothes that show that you're a woman, but be covered up, man, and not be uncovered, all right, and exposed. Or wear things that pertain to a man.
Or driving cars, or riding bikes, or wearing leggings and tights. This shit is completely out of order, man.
Yeah.
She got offended when you said that because you didn't time that, but the spirit had a time to where y'all brothers couldn't see it. Some Moabite woman was walking around with stomach out, and these are the same women that will tell you why you objectifying us. But you objectifying yourself.
They say you objectifying them if you look, and then they don't like if you look at them a certain way, and also women that say you thirsty. That shit is like backwards, man. Then when you don't look at them, they'll say, "What's wrong with him? What's wrong with him? Is he gay?" So they fucking confused. My fault. You got it.
But, you know, I just want to say this. You go on TikTok. When we say TikTok that's a wicked device that's a Chinese app. And they using that to just distort the minds of the people, man, American people. That's like the elder priest said that they uplift science in China, but they push folly in America through TikTok. Or you go on TikTok, all you're going to see is stupid ass prank videos and women shaking their ass, man. But really, and then when you say women trying to be modest, they're trying to talk facts, but they got their cleavage showing. They got their titties out, where their big cleavage showing, and they're trying to speak facts. What people's looking at is your cleavage. They're not looking at you. They check your face out, say, oh, she's pretty, or she's half-assed, but it's the cleavage they're looking at. So all your words is going out the drain, man. So I'm gonna read it again. 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 8. Chapter 9. Verse 9. In like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
All right? Be adorned in modest apparel. And that's not promoted here in America. That's why these women love to come over here so they could run free.
It says modest. It says in like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefacedness and sobriety.
So same face. These women are proud. They hold their head up. You know, they real proud, man.
It says and sobriety, not with broided hair or gold or pearls or costly array.
All that flashy stuff on, and they supposed to have their head covered and not be having all that flashy stuff on, you know?
says,
But you know, you got them. You might see them. What's the Manolo shoes? Steve Madden.
Red
shoes,
bottoms.
Red bottoms.
These bitches is mad cold. They want a mini skirt on.
yeah.
You know, with the Jacob jewelry or whatever.
And that's the crazy thing. It can be brick cold out here. Like 20 degrees, probably 10 degrees, and the chick will be out there on the line trying to get in the club
Yeah.
with a mini skirt on, looking cold as hell. But guess what? She got to show her ass. She got to show her titties. She got to show her goodies. Cause that's all she got to offer. She ain't got nothing else but her college degree, which ain't worth shit. So.
Skirt and try to pull it down.
And she's putting it down, she's freezing. And then she's trying to get in because it's Wednesday and it's ladies' night. But the line is so long because you got all these women trying to get in at the same thing with ladies' night. Free drinks and ladies' night. Free drinks and everything catered to the women. So there is a long line. So she out here freezing in 10-degree weather. I done seen that, 14th Street. The Black Cat Pussycat Lounge and all the rest of them, the Blue and all the rest of these jazz clubs, these hip hop clubs, I'm saying they be trying to go to. I done seen it.
They did an experiment with this Muslim curvy thick shit, bro. She was nice. They put a body cam on her, like a hidden camera, like in her ass and shit, and she was just walking. And you just saw niggas like, damn, like breaking their necks.
I remember that.
And then they had her walking like covered from head to toe. You can still see her curves, but men weren't still as. You gotta understand, men. I'll say 23 hours out of the day are thinking about sex and bringing forth more children. This is the biological way we're made to be, right? For example, a man that is above average will break his neck of the average woman. And a woman that is above average will never break a neck of the average man. They're not thinking like we are. So the Bible knows that, look, if a man is in that primal mode of just wanting to reproduce, he will sometimes they come overcome with their feelings and just take a woman by force. So to prevent that, since Yahweh Shah made us, he said, look, to curb your appetite for that, let's not see what they look like. Let's not only that, let's not have them come out of a certain time. So people say the Bible is against women, but if you have any type of logic, that's protecting women.
Right.
That's protecting women from our natural state, our most primal state.
And just like it real quick, the apostle was bringing out that, when a woman go out to gather water from the well in the ancient world, she always had somebody with her, a man, to protect her.
No, they were separate. Well, you could go with a man, but the point is, men and women did not go to wells together. There was a particular point for women and a particular point for men.
Now, as a father, it's like that. You're right. Now, if you have a father, and she's going out to do the womanly duties of a daughter in the household, she ain't going out there alone. She gonna have a brother with her.
You heard about that chick that got killed in Princeton University?
Yeah.
That bitch was out at 3 a.m. in the morning.
Gathered abroad,
What
man.
the fuck you doing out at 3 a.m. in the morning, man? By yourself. And you know it's probably a college party, so the mini skirt is on, the crop top is out.
Yeah.
These women don't understand. Men see you as like a lion see a steak. That's it. We don't give a fuck about your degree, your personality, your feelings. We're just trying to get in the panties. Yeah. And if you leave a man to his own device, if nobody was around,
He's
if you
gonna
take it by force, he will do it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. I forgot about that Princeton chick. She was 22. You know what I mean? Now you got.
She was younger than that, brother.
Oh, 20. She was 20. You're right. Slack. She was 20. She was 20, and you had her brother, and they were Elon. You know what I mean? So I don't care about that Elamite chick. You know what I'm saying? The most I put her to death, man. Basically, when you go deep into it. But guess what? Has she been in our country? In Iran? She wouldn't have been out there gathering aboard at 3 o'clock in the morning, man.
Right.
She would have been held. She would have went to college and she would have been in the house. But being that she was in America, she's gotten out 3 o'clock in the morning and somebody kidnapped her and put her ass to death, man. Why? 'Cause she was being loose out there, man, with a small mini skirt, gathering abroad, man.
See where that freedom gets you?
Yep, I got you. Ecclesiasticus 25 and 25.
Good.
Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gather abroad.
Give the water no passage and a wicked woman to got abroad, man. They're not supposed to be moving at different times, going from here to this place, that place, and having freedom. Yeah, man. You know, that's why I told my young niece, I'm like, yo, I'm not talking to your parents to see if they lighten up and let you have more freedom to move around. I was like, no. I said, hell no. I said, the fool's at the meet, you won't be going nowhere. You know what I mean? I just said that. I was like, yo, you a female. You know? And so I was like, you ain't gonna get no help from me on that. You know?
Yeah, girls trips are licensed for girls to travel and be hoes. Because women know inherently they're not supposed to be having every dick up in them.
Yeah.
You know? But even if a woman is on that timing, she don't want that societal pressure from other women. So that girls trip now, that trip to Tulum, that trip to Cancun, that trip to Miami, that trip to New York, LA, when they here, you know, and guess
man.
what? A lot of adultery goes down, man.
Yeah.
Especially now with these goddamn dating apps and shit like that. A lot of adultery is going on in this world, man. That's why the Lord's gonna have to come back.
Clean everything up.
Destruction,
Yeah,
man.
because that OnlyFans app, that shit is a goddamn app of wickedness, man.
True.
So I got a precept. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 26, verse 9. The whoredoms of a woman may be known in her eyelids. No, slack it. A haughty woman, the whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and in her eyelids.
Her looks, wonton, and also them eyelids, man. You know they have them lashes, that makeup shit, the eyeliner and all of that.
Got this shit like this.
That's a giveaway.
Yeah.
That's them them eyelashes they call cumbrellas. That was issued back in the 1800s, and it was designed by a whore. But you women out here wearing them eyelashes that go from one corner to the next, and not knowing where the origin that come from, man. I'm gonna read it again so it can sink in to your ears.
Don't forget the cellulite.
It says, oh shit. It says, it says,
I be looking, I'm like, she acting
man.
like she conservative. I'm looking like, yeah, I already know what she about.
it says, the whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughtiness, her proud look, and, okay, slack it. It says, in her haughtiness, in her haughty looks and eyelids.
Yeah, so the eyelids and her look. So you could tell what she about. You could tell that she's a whore. You know what I mean? By how she looks, man. They wonton, they looking around. And some of them might try to do it on a low where they.
If a woman has more than one dick in her,
She
she's
is a hoe.
That's it. We're not out here to sugarcoat shit. You got a lot of these chicks out here before they hit 20 years old, they have a body count of 10, 15, 30.
You being nice, brother.
You
I am
nice.
being nice. I'm being real nice.
Very nice.
And let me be actual. 50. You
Probably
know?
more than that. You bugging. You still bugging. You had a chick saying she was only 25, saying she had over 1,000 or over 2,000 bodies, man. Men and women.
Yo, listen.
I seen that shit on the I was like, wow, the brother Elder Manatazak by South Carolina camp did it, you know what I mean?
They have a minimum on Fridays, right? They have a minimum of 5 niggas who backup niggas they gonna fuck or whatever do
That's
it.
exactly what these bitches
They
do,
got
brother.
5 hookups lined up. You know what I mean? I don't care how nice they seem, they talk quiet. Yeah, all right, get to know them or see them when you not around. See how they be.
You right, brother. Yo, you saw Slakia. Yo, I was watching Fresh and Fit. Some woman was talking articulate, talking about business and all that. DJ Academics came on, was like, yo, my man's fucked you for a blunt.
Yo, I remember that's how I was laughing. I saw that shit. You posted, right?
Yes.
I saw it.
You can't be going just because they play a particular role and act nice and shit. If you won't pop her cherry, you don't know who did or how many did, bro. Yo, when the Lord was speaking about a hoe, Yahweh Shah Lord was speaking about that hoe by the well, he said you had how many husbands?
700.
You had 7. Now, you'll be lucky if you find a bitch with 7 dicks in about 15. These hoes are spreading their legs for every nigga they want to, bro.
Yep.
And
then
he said,
they'll reveal it.
and he said, the one you with now ain't your husband.
Yeah.
So, yo, that shows
And
you.
if it's a female that you might be around on the job or whatever, if you make them comfortable, like you seem like you non-judgmental and whatever someone say, you not bothered by it, like you in your own zone,
They
they
gonna
will
spill.
reveal a lot of
Yep.
shit to you,
Let 'em talk.
especially if you're working on. Look, man, I used to work in a clinic,
Mm.
and right, And yo, they would get comfortable around me, and I would just be, I'd be on recon mode, like nothing, like how you looking, like nothing affects me, and they would feel everything. So I had the nigga woman talking, the East Indian woman in there. She even was involved. I was like, God damn.
Damn.
Oh, you got it.
I got a precept real quick. This is in the same chapter, the book of Sirach, chapter 26, verse. I'm gonna jump over 8. It says, a drunken woman is a gather abroad, cause of great anger, and she will not cover her own shame.
Yeah, she ain't gonna cover her own shame. You know them chicks, they be out drunk, stumbling, man. They'll be fucking people they don't even know, lose their house keys, all of that, man.
Let me tell you something real quick. You know how many times back in the 90s when I was to go to them clubs and shit, I go for them drunk chicks, you know what I'm saying? Or I meet a chick and then I buy some liquor and everything, you know what I'm saying? You know, and I get her drunk because I know.
Be careful what you say, brother.
Yeah, come like, you know what's going to happen. Because they have no shame, man. Says.
I know what he's talking about because even when I go to the club when I was young, my crib used to be like a honeycomb spot. You know, my crib was the hangout, bring the females around or whatever. That time it was either they was drinking or, you know, lighting up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I know what he's talking about.
So you got it, bro. You got it.
Ecclesiastes is 26 and 10. You can say they chose to get drunk. Don't say you got them drunk. You get me?
We ain't do shit.
Yeah, we ain't forcing nobody to do nothing. Ecclesiastes is 26 and 10. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty.
Yeah, that's right. So, yo, look, they gotta be on lockdown, man. They have to be on lockdown because listen, she might be you having the right order, but she might have a friend, a family member that corrupts her, man.
Yep.
I done seen a female, you know, where she was in the just girly stuff, and then her older sister, she got corrupted by her older sister. I'm like, damn, this is like a time shift. She was in the girly shit, now she wanna be grown with the makeup and all that. I'm like, damn, yo, older sibling.
Yeah,
Got it like that, you got it.
You're right. That's why come they try and take a father out the household, because a father has one duty: keep your daughter off the pole. Your job as a father is to keep your daughter off the pole. And guess what? Kanye said that, and he's like, if I leave my daughter with Kim Kardashian, that's where she's gonna end up, on the pole, because she's trying to expose this child to TikTok, all that type of shit, Instagram at a very young age, putting it out to the world. Nah, man, your job as a father is simple: keep your daughter off the pole, and that's it, man.
That's right.
I got a precept. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 25, verse 17. The wickedness of a woman changeth her face and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth.
That's right.
That's hey man, you can see the wickedness of these women out here, man.
Yeah, you can see it in them. You can see, you know they sleeping around. You know they up to no good, man. You can see it in their face without them even saying a word.
Yo, Ak, when you know what, man, these women got to take accountability, because they'd be like, you know, they on the dating apps, niggas take them out, smash them, and they be like, but I was trying to be serious with him, but he just fucked me and left. But the thing is this, these women don't understand. Niggas don't care about, men don't care about when you give the box up. Men care about what you do after you get the box up. A lot of these chicks, you smash them, you go about your business, they go about work. And it's like, all right, cool, we just fucking. You know, because you going about your day, I'm going to. But what these women fail to realize is, after you get the box up, what about a back rub? What about trying to assist this man in his life so he can consider you beyond just box? But when you deal with them, that's all they do offer, bro. Box and dates. So a nigga in his mind is like, damn, I just had a liability in my life, because all I'm doing is spending money and getting box, spending money and getting box. I'm not getting really shit out of it. And you know, after you smash, the chase is over. You don't care. You want something new now.
Right. Yeah, you know, because I did a video and they took my video down and gave me another strike. Now I got 2 strikes on my channel. But I put up, it was called Just Out of Order. This woman, I don't know if you saw it, but you got these women that's, all right, one woman was talking about how all she wanted to do with this, you know, get men's money, and he gotta have a rod. He gotta have a yard of a rod. He gotta have his yard gotta be a yard and better for her to be with him. And then even when he got a yard and better, she ain't really trying to be with him. She just trying to get that money, get her pleasures off and bounce. You know what I mean? So the dude asked her, so if he pleased you so much that you talking about him, why you gonna be with him? She said, my nigga, I'm not trying to be with nobody. I'm hitting, I go. I'm out. You know what I mean? It's all about that paper. Then she started twerking. And then she was saying that before she died, she wanna munch on some, she wanna be a carpet muncher, you know what I'm saying? A carpet muncher. She wanna how can I say it? She wanna be, she wanna she wanna have the experience in being a part of a woman that's with another woman.
Cause confusion. If she have children, the children are confused, and then she might not know who the fucking father is. So this creates a whole nother can of worms, man. The Esau, man, he just gave them liberty and power, man. This shit is all fucked up.
Yeah, guess what though? The time is coming whereas all that liberty that these women have out here, to gather abroad, to be whores and sluts, to be tramps, and to be all they could be in Esau's wicked society, is coming to an end. Isaiah chapter 32, verse 9.
Woe to you women that are at ease.
Rise up, ye women that are at ease.
Oh, yes. Rise up.
Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech.
Yeah. Oh, read that again. I'm sorry.
This is Isaiah 32, verse 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease.
Yeah, you women out here, all nationalities, but mainly so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, and then these other heathen nations, the women are at ease. Listen, they're really at ease. They can do whatever they want, and they're like protected. They can have a child, and they can have a
That shit is sweet,
Yeah.
right, bro?
yeah. They can have a child. These women can have a child and terminate. I mean, they could get pregnant, terminate the pregnancy, or have the child and then get compensated by the state, child support, welfare, whatever they do. They got some type of safety net.
Right.
So they boast and they be proud. And then a lot of them, it was a time, I don't know if they still doing it, but each woman that had a child, they would get like 400 and just food stamps for each child. So while everybody was fucked up during this COVID thing, they was doing good. They was doing well, so it's a safety net for them. That safety net about to be removed soon. Ease, man.
I got a precept to go with you to back that up. It says, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 11, verse 25. In the day of prosperity, there is a forgetfulness of affliction.
Yeah, in the day of prosperity, no one knows. Everyone forgets the hard times.
Yep.
It's partying it's partying as usual. They forget.
That's right.
Especially our people.
That's right. And they're about to go into a big ass party mode in these 3 months coming up. Know what I'm saying? October, November, December, even in January. So this whole 4 months that's coming up is going to be a month of mirth, a month of partying, a month of celebrating these pagan festivals, man. We're not in a time of mirth, man. We're in a time of war. Pursuant to Ezekiel, the 21st chapter, the 9th verse on down to the 12th verse. But I'm going to go back into this, and you got it back. The book of Sirach, chapter 11, verse 25. In the day of prosperity, there is a forgetfulness of affliction, and in the day of affliction, there is no more remembrance of prosperity.
Yeah, when you're afflicted, you don't remember the good times. All you dwelling on is a hardship. All right, and it's gonna be hardship here soon, man. Everywhere. Look what they didn't Russia and Iran. Russia used one of Iran's drones for the Ukraine.
Multiple, not one, multiple. They bought multiple drones, and they kamikaze drones because they cheap. Check it out. They cheap, and Russia bought thousands of them, and they cheap. And what they're doing is they kamikaze drones, they unmanned drones, and they using them. And Iran got foot on ground in Russia, assisting Russia in that Ukraine war. And the American government is like, yo, if you keep on assisting the Russian government, we're going to come at y'all.
And you got interest rate hikes and inflation too.
Yeah, man, we're not here to get job opportunities. We're here to push the word of the Most High. So if you want a job opportunity, you have to go online and seek employment, man. That's not our job, bro. Our job is to teach the word. Yeah. So back to what I was saying before this reprobate came in, and you know, anyways,
you got the sellout groups providing them opportunities. You got it.
But you got Iran assisting Russia over in Crimea with boots on the ground. And they sell it, and then you know you have Sleepy Joe trying to threaten the Iranian government because they sending them drones. They sending them unmanned drone, kamikaze drones that's cheap, unmanned, and they wrecking havoc, man. Because they could guide them drones that it's hit a building, boom, nobody's dying. It's cheap and effective.
Oh, and they talking to the infrastructure over there. With their power structure and all that, they got the little children in the hospital. They got the little children in the hospital. They're like, look, the children. You know, the hospitals got them generators and shit. I don't know. I'm not an engineer and all that shit.
All I know is they hitting the infrastructure of Ukraine. It's like it. They in the infrastructure of Ukraine. There's no clean water, and 80% of Ukraine has no power. So here you have it. Here you have it.
That's gonna be over here in America soon.
Here you have it, man. You got Iran helping. We're in World War III. Basically, we're in the beginning stages of World War III. You got Europe, you got NATO, which the European nations over there assisting Ukraine, man.
All right, so I'm gonna get something. All right.
It's Micah 7:10. It says, then she that is mine enemy shall see it.
Yeah, then see that is my enemy, man. These women. And we're gonna talk about the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American women. See, they like an enemy to us, man. Cause why? They done sided with the devil, the so-called white man. All right? They're enemy. They talk shit when knowing like when you know we get jobs, right? We get jobs, but sometimes we don't get the best jobs and we qualify for them and won't get them. That's what the point I'm making. You'll be competing with women and the other nations, and women also. And you know women outnumber men. So who's gonna So there's a zero-sum game. There's gonna be a winner and a loser, but they are enemy, man. How they act towards us, man. Their attitude. She was out here earlier walking around.
It says, then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power?
Yep, that because they'll talk shit, they'll scoff. Oh, judgment, and talk shit. What is that getting you? Or that you don't celebrate these holidays or whatever. Or do the gift thing, the Christmas or birthday thing. They might talk shit about that. And you've been doing this, but or when you fall off, but ain't you a man of the Lord? Why are you going through these hard times? They say, where's it coming?
Job's wife.
Mine eyes shall behold her, now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets.
Yeah, so she gonna see when the elect men are risen up and protected, but she gonna be trodden down in the streets. Trampled over as if somebody's doing a Black Friday sale or whatever, man. Stumbled on like the mire of the streets, man. Walked on. And yo, that's kind of like crazy when a whole bunch of people get stampeded on by a bunch of people. It's like an elephant walking on you, man. If you visualize it.
I can see it. I've seen it happen.
You know?
Yeah, there's gonna be greater concern out here than he told us, man.
Yeah.
Yep. So I got back in Isaiah, back in 32 verse 9. It says, damn. I lost that.
So they're at ease, but they're gonna see it. Shame gonna cover her too when the men is risen up, the elect men of the nation of Israel. She gonna know she made a mistake.
Big mistake. Huh.
Sign with the devil because you got it.
So it's back in hold. Let me just get it how I had it.
So you know you got they puffed up because the economy or whatever, you know, they got certain degrees or this and that. Pretty much, they so-called, they feel they don't need a man. They have Instagram. They got Instagram hustles. They got, what's that, OnlyFans hustles.
Yeah.
I mean, things is easier for them. So they're puffed up. They could be at the bottom one day and be up in a couple months.
Right?
Yeah, because prior to this society, women couldn't work. Now they could work, they could make their own money, also the third. But look, a man provides more than just financial support, you know? Because look, a lot of these women, they get the money, they become successful women, but then they get old and like, damn, I'm not even really into this shit like I thought I would be.
They by themselves. They have no. They by themselves. They got a dog or a cat. You know, they by
Nobody wanna
themselves.
pry
Yeah,
a
they-
boastful woman.
Right, now you was chasing your career, wasted all those years in college, now you 40 plus, no man in the house, and you like, damn, this money's not gonna make me have kids. You done lost most of your eggs and shit. It's like, it's
Good.
madness.
That's why I got it right here. It says back in Isaiah chapter 32 verse 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech.
That's right. So they should be listening while the men of the Lord is outside or doing in-house shows, man. They should, but they're not. The majority of them are not listening. Why?
it.
Because of bread and circuses, and they believe in what Esau told them.
That's right. It says, many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail.
All of those support, all of that alimony. There ain't gonna be no alimony. You get divorced and take a nigga for a shit. The alimony, child support, the welfare thing helping them.
Only
All these the
fans.
shelters, the battered women shelters, the shelters, so they can get established back again.
Only-
OnlyFans, Instagram, all of that shit gonna go. All the Super Saver whole niggas that behind them, all that shit. 911, all that's gonna fade. But before that, all of them treats they was get wick.
And you know, it's another thing. It's a video that I was surfacing, right? During the time of Hurricane Ian, when Hurricane Ian ravaged Florida, you had this woman. I don't know what was on her mind. She was in her car, and she was trying to drive through some waters, right? And guess what? The car was overflowed with water, and guess who saved her? Guess who came in and opened the door and put on his back and carried him out? A Captain Save-A-Hole nigga. I'd have drove by, man, listen, I'd have walked by that shit. I'd have been like, man, you on your own. What happened to the independent black women? You was independent then. You needed somebody to help you. You was in your car thinking you could pass over that, and it was like a river, and your car got stuck, and you got stuck, and you was about to drown.
Two. I seen I was warning some people on the train. This is a little thing yesterday, coming from doing the show, and a couple of people, somebody rubbed shit on the poster things in the subway car.
Damn.
So
damn,
I was like this. I start warning some people, but then I see a group of people coming in. I'm like, yo, fuck them. You know what I mean? I already see they countenance and all that. Jake, female. I don't know what tribe she could have been. She probably was Dominican or she probably was Simeon or Judah. She had long hair, curly. It was her hair. She sat right down, and her hair bopped that shit, yo.
Oh,
And the
no.
other dude warned her, but I didn't. And I'm like, yo, her whole hair swiped that shit, yo.
Oh.
She don't even know.
That shit gonna be feces out.
Yo,
man.
so yo, I didn't
Smell it.
Huh?
How she don't smell it?
Because somebody, you know how you smell paint, you rubbed it on there. And so she probably gonna, she
She
know
gonna
what
smell it.
she
Yeah,
did.
yeah, yeah.
She
She
gonna
gonna
be
be like, yo, you smell like shit. Somebody gonna tell her like that.
She gonna be like, damn, I keep on smelling shit, but where's it coming from? You know,
You know
because
what I mean?
she gonna see some dude that she might be attracted to, and she gonna, you know, these women they start grabbing their hand and shit. She gonna grab her hand and be like, oh.
And another time, this female, I know she probably was Asher or Simeon. She was on a train, mainly Simeon probably, and I didn't exist to her. I was just trying to holler, but you could tell them certain women like, yo, nobody exists in this cart but me.
Right.
The Jake robbed ass. Just when my iPods was popping,
Yeah.
the Beats headphone, he snatched all that shit. He was snatching, they got in a tussle right across from me. But then This stupid motherfucker, he happened to not manage getting the stuff, and he went back in the cart to get his jacket he left. And so, only time I said something is when a whole bunch of people dived on him. I was like, you stupid motherfucker. You know what I mean? But I didn't help her because you know why? She was proud.
That was at the time when you were in the subway. You at the car, you at the door, you got your phone. Motherfuckers grab your phone, and when they're about to get off, they grab your phone, the
once
door
about to
shut, and you
close,
like,
yep.
you know what I mean? They was doing that shit a lot, man.
Yeah, he did some.
That was in that
He did some
time.
80s shit, snatched and shit like that. You got it.
Because you had mentioned the WIC and the food stands and all
Yep.
that type of shit. Isaiah, child support. This is Isaiah 30 and 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me.
Yeah, woe to the rebellious children. They take counsel. They not in the righteous counsel. The men of the Lord, seeking the prophets of the Lord. They were on Esau's counsel. They're on Esau's time. They all about the way of this world.
It says, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit.
Yeah, they're not with the Lord's Spirit. They in these churches. You know, they talking shit. They in these churches with the Jehovah's Witness stand. All right?
That they may had sinned to sin. They walked to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth.
Yeah, they go to get help from Egypt. And here in America, this Egypt, they get help. They go to the government for assistance. They go to Esau for assistance, not to the Lord.
Right. It says to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Pharaoh.
Yo, I'm a strong woman. I'm an independent woman. I have a degree. I got this. I got that. I got a good job. I don't need a dude. I got a car. I got a mortgage. I do all of these things. You know what I mean? I do those things. Yeah, I got honors. I got a bachelor's and master's. You know what I mean? All right.
What shows you that women brag about just being an adult.
Oh shit, they would speaking of Satan and Satan like shut up there.
These women are just bragging about being a fucking adult.
Yeah.
I have an apartment, you being a fucking adult. You having responsibilities. What's the big deal?
Yeah.
I got the same thing. I got an apartment, I got a car, I got bills. So you ain't saying nothing prolific. You just saying something because you feel you independent because you paying your own bills without a man. Hey, but still the law, it's gonna come a time where you're gonna need a man for protection.
Well, that thing is going on in Chicago on New Year's with the new laws and all that.
That was a beta test because they're gonna pass that throughout all the 52 states, all the 50 states, man.
And don't tell them educated women about how this society is and who really runs it. Oh no, it's checks and balances.
Yeah,
That's the stupid shit they taught us in high school, man. Oh, you got it.
Educated women are the most single women right now in the United States. You got your nurses, all that. They can't find a fucking man. Why? Because they can't keep a man. This is Isaiah 31:1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help.
Yeah, woe to them that go down to Egypt. And what's modern day Egypt? America. Egyptos, bondage. Right. This place is spiritually Egypt, Sodom. All right?
It says, and stay on horses and trust in chariots.
Yeah, they trust in these vehicles. They trust in the U.S. Army, these mighty men and the technology and things. And look at it, you got the vehicles and all of that, the planes.
It says, because there are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong.
Yeah, you know, America got the strongest army. That's what they say. You know, the proud, the bold, the proud, and the brave, or whatever. The proud, the bold, the brave, whatever it is, that's promoted.
It says a few, the proud, the Marines.
I'm sorry.
The Marines.
It says, because they are strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord.
Yeah, they don't look to the Holy One of Israel or seek the Lord. All right. They don't check for the men of the Lord or seek the Most High. Seek the Lord. They don't. They trust in this place. And this place was designed to collapse. They so smart to where they fucking stupid. Because this place was designed to collapse.
You too dumb to realize you dumb because you dumb.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You too dumb to realize you dumb because you're dumb. So you don't know you dumb because you dumb. So you think you smart. You know, but in all reality, you're dumb.
Oh, they're gonna raise the interest rates, and it's gonna be inflation. Yeah, look at this fucking money system. Look at this monopoly money. Of course, that's gonna keep happening.
2nd Ezra 15 and 14. Ooh. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
Yeah, destruction to the world and them that dwell therein. You of the world, all this world is gonna be destroyed. This rulership, this age of rule is gonna be destroyed. It's gonna be the Lord gonna put the lights out here in America, all the kingdoms of the world, but America won't be rebuilt.
It says, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh.
Sword and destruction. What sword and destruction? Thermonuclear destruction. Concentrated fire from the Lord and the angels when they return on chariots.
It says, and one people shall stand up and fight against another.
It's gonna be one people, one nation, one country, one nationality against another.
It sounds just like prison. It says, because in prisons people don't deal with gangs like that. It's about, they just click up races.
Yep.
It says, and sword in their hands.
And sword in their hands. So the ultimate sword is thermonuclear destruction, and then you got the lesser artillery, or the lesser weaponry, the drones, you know, things like that.
The definition of sword is an instrument of destruction. Yep. So you're gonna have people like Walking Dead, you know, like they makeshift shit. Like they'll have a baseball bat with mad nails in it.
Right.
Because look, here in New York, it's very hard to get your hands on a gun. You know? Mm-hmm. So people, that's how come I say when that time comes, the most precious metal is gonna be lead, man. Nobody's gonna, gold is cool, but no, lead is, ammunition, bullets are gonna be far more desired than a piece of gold with everything when shit hits the fan, man. You know?
A metal pipe.
A metal pipe.
Machete.
Aluminum bat.
Bro,
machete.
Again, just like jail, man. Jail, they'll fucking turn a toothbrush into something or whatever.
Yeah.
Like they just try to protect themselves. It's gonna be just like that out here, man.
People gonna be dashed with acid, man. You know, urine is what you can weaponize urine. That turns into ammonia.
Yeah, they got something in jail called Glock Dookie. You know what a Glock Dookie is, bro?
Yeah. Where they take they shit in the cup and they piss in the cup and they ferment it and then they sit there.
They put it in a toothpaste.
Yeah. And then they squirt.
They squirt that shit in your face. You got nut, shit, piss, all that.
Yeah.
So there's different ways to weaponize the most trivial things in this world, and that's what you're gonna be seeing out here.
Because
people using goddamn their car doors and shields and shit. It's gonna get crazy.
Yeah, like once again, like the brother mentioned, urine can be weaponized. It turns into ammonia if it's bottled. And that's why the Lord made it where it gotta be released from your system.
Right.
Okay. This is the 2nd Ezra chapter 8, verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world because they have walked in great pride.
Yeah, these people are proud because of their so-called accomplishments. So they walk with their head up, their neck out like this, and not knowing like, yo, pride go before fall. So yo, they just gonna be great miseries, man. Their wealth, their title, their skill set is not gonna help them in this time.
You know what? You got these people who listen to us when they walk by and they step at the light. They listen for a little bit, and then they got that glossy look like a deer caught up in the headlights. You know what I'm saying? Like a deer caught up, and they trying to pass by and they see a car and they get stuck there. And they look at us like, you know, they hear what we saying, but they can't perceive what's coming out of our mouth. They don't understand. They don't perceive what we saying, man.
Yo, look, your companies or wherever you work at, they can go under. I seen a hospital go under. For Rockaway, Peninsula Hospital went under, all because they couldn't get up $12 million. The dude on the board was skimming money. What's that shit called again? Embezzling money. All right, the hospital fucking went under. So look, man, like yo, wherever you work at, that company could go under.
That's right.
Apple, all of them. It seems like it can't. They can take a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all can. If you look at the top 10 companies now, compared to the top 10 companies in the year 2000,
Different
they're
companies.
different. You know what I'm saying? You got your app. Right now it's Amazon or whatever, but back then that wasn't the shit. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord can have these companies, like the brother was saying, go under at any time, man.
That's right.
So somebody just steal that shit and cipher the funds somewhere else, man. Shit could go down, man. It seems like it can. It can. We know it can. the scriptures.
A little
Got
more.
it.
This is back in 2nd Ezra chapter 8, verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, as they have walked in great pride.
Yep, so it's gonna be many miseries out here because these people are proud. They don't believe that this corporation called America can't go under. It could go under. It's gonna be yo, you got it.
It says, verse 51, 2nd Ezra chapter 8, verse 51. But understand thou for thyself and seek out the glory for such as be unto thee, be like unto thee.
All right, we seeking the glory of the Lord, man. That's
And
why we out here. We in fear. Huh? You got it.
it said, I'm gonna read it again. It says, but understand thou for thyself and seek out the glory for such as be like thee. So, and we out here with brothers in like mind, you know, that seeking the glory and looking for the kingdom, man, and looking to get out, to be delivered out of this shithole that they call America. Because this country will destroy you with a sword of destruction. Look what you see what's going on. The rise of feminism, the rise of homosexuality and LGBTQ, whatever you want to call that shit.
And you know what's crazy? They so smart till they stupid. You do all your studying for your skill set, but they don't further study to see like, well, what could happen to this firm that I'm with?
Right.
What could happen? Yeah, I could be prosperous in my investments, but what happened if this brokerage go under? Can I still be covered? They don't think ahead like that. You get what I'm saying? We do though. Just the spirit of the Lord. You know what I mean? Like, yo, all right, I'm working for this place. This hospital could go under. I'm an engineer. The company I work for could go under. All right? They don't think ahead like that.
There was more back in 2nd Ezra 15, verse 16. 2nd Ezra 15 and 16. For there shall be sedition among men and an invading one another.
Yeah, so they're not gonna people not gonna regard the so-called authority, the police, the Navy, the Army, the military, the government, the politicians, the elites. No one's gonna regard them. It's gonna be an invading one another. You're gonna have people running up in other people's homes, business establishments, and it's gonna be for survival of the fittest.
Purge.
Yeah.
It says, they shall not regard their kings nor princes.
They're not gonna regard bankers, politicians, the elite, officers.
And the course of their actions to stand in their power.
It's gonna be in their power, so they're gonna go off to whatever weapon or whatever might they have to wreak havoc or to survive. And then it's gonna lead to cannibalism, man.
That's right. You
What
got
do you
more?
think the people gonna do when they starve? Some people might put themselves to death, but other people are not. They're gonna go out hunting. They're gonna have packs, and they're gonna go out. They're gonna go after the weak that can't defend themselves, and then they're gonna hunt people that can defend themselves. They're gonna overpower them.
It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
People gonna try to escape to go where they from, or get from one borough to another, one neighborhood to another, and they're not gonna be able to.
When 9/11 happened in New York, all the trains stopped,
Shut down.
everything shut down.
Yeah.
You only got a few bridges to get you into New Jersey and stuff like that. Places like I think the Bronx is the only one that's connected to land.
I think only people could get through certain way was medical. Was
But in
medical,
that
they
time,
was
nobody-
letting them, but in the time you talking about,
It's
it's
gonna be
more
like you're not gonna
severe.
have no badge or nothing. The bridges are gonna be packed. You might even see motherfuckers trying to make a makeshift raft to get in the
To
Hudson.
swim. Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Man, it's gonna be like a crazy sight, man.
They
Damn.
might put bombs on them. They might just. It might not even be a terrorist attack. They might just to stop the flow, take out the bridges, just to stop the flow, to clog up the arteries. You get me?
It's gonna be insane, bro. There's like 8 million people in New York. It's a very small plot of land, relatively speaking, man. Look at all these buildings filled with thousands or hundreds of thousands of people.
Big ass
Imagine all
prison.
that trying to get on one bridge.
Yeah.
You got more?
Did I read that? It says, verse 18, for because of their pride The city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and the men shall be afraid.
Men gonna be afraid. The mighty men, the mightiest men.
It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor.
A man that's not gonna have pity upon his neighbor. No matter how young or old that neighbor is, they might have been friends. It's gonna be survival of the fittest. Survival or die.
But shall destroy their houses with the sword.
They're gonna destroy the houses with the sword. They're gonna kill to get what they want. They're not gonna just regular fight. They're gonna lay down people to get what they want. And we already know if it's a woman there, what they're gonna do.
And spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
Spoil their goods. The spoil you taking, that's the spoils of war.
You
The
robbing
lack of
everything.
things. So you taking food, drink, medical supplies, alcohol, regular alcohol for wounds, drinking alcohol. People gonna use drinking alcohol for wound care too, man.
Yeah. Put some vodka.
That was it. So this is 2 Ezra chapter 7, verse, let's start at 17. Then Asaiah said, O Lord Yahweh, that bearest rule, thou hast ordered in thy law, ordained in thy law, that the righteous should inherit these things, but the ungodly shall perish. Verse
the
18.
righteous gonna inherit, gonna be set, gonna be in the kingdom, gonna also be able to be sustained during the time of trouble. But the wicked, they're gonna be cut off.
It says, and the righteous are the elect.
Yeah.
It says, verse 18, nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things and hope for wide, for they that have done wickedly, it's for they that have done wickedly have suffered straight things and yet shall not see the wide.
Yeah, they're gonna be in the position of difficulty, man. All right, they're gonna be in a position of difficulty, and there's not gonna be any help. They're gonna just die of hunger, starvation, be eaten, burned alive, eaten alive, man. It's gonna get real treacherous out here. Death.
I'm gonna read it again.
Perilous.
It says, nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things and hope for the wide.
Yeah, the righteous suffer straight things, because we in the furnace of affliction.
Which is a position of difficulty. We
Yeah.
suffering in a society with ailments, not having a woman, losing the job. You know, that's going through what we're going through in this society, man. It says, nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things and hope for wide.
And hope for why?
Hope for wide. I mean, hope for the kingdom.
Yeah, come.
It says, for they that have done wickedly have suffered straight things and shall not see the wide.
That's right. So, and the wicked gonna be in a position of difficulty and not be delivered.
They're going two-thirds gonna be cut off and die. It says, verse 19, 2 Ezra 7, verse 19. And he said unto me, there is no judge above the Most High Yahweh.
There's no judge above Yahweh. He exists.
That's right. It says, and none that have understanding above the highest.
And none that have understanding above the highest.
Verse 20. For there be many that perish in this life because they have slacked. Verse 20. For there be many that perish in this life because they despise the law of the Lord Yahweh that is set before them.
Many gonna perish because they despise this truth. 2/3 of our people despise this truth, and they gonna perish because of it.
It says, verse 21, for the Lord Yahweh have given them straight commandments.
So we're given commandments and laws to live by.
It says,
you live by Esau's law. You got the Lord's law come first.
That's right. It says, for the Lord Yahweh have given straight commandments to such as came, what they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment.
Yeah, so we're supposed to follow the laws and observe, measure the times diligently, and be aware of our surroundings and what snares Esau's bringing about. What are some of those snares, man? Them hot shots that they was giving people, right? What else? That dog tag they plan on giving people.
Yeah.
It's
right.
right about this NWO.
It says, back in 2 Ezra 7 verse 22, nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him, but spake against him and imagined vain things.
Yeah, they speak against the men of the Lord and imagine vain things.
It says,
Vain things, things unprofitable.
it says, and deceived themselves by their wicked deeds, and said of the Most High that he is not, and knew none of his ways.
Yeah, they don't believe on the Lord, man. All right, they believe that they could get themselves out of their position.
That's about the 2/3 of these niggas, man.
Yeah,
It says, but his Lord have they despised and denied his covenants in,
agreements, contracts, they denied it.
it says, in his statutes have they not been faithful and have not performed his works.
And not perform his works. And then on a thing, just on a dietary law alone, you have a lot of different food you can eat that's lawful. But yet they want to eat that shit that look like the water roaches, man. They want to eat water roaches.
Like in a chick's mind, sushi, clam, lobster.
That's a delicacy.
That's a delicacy. Like if you say let's go out and have some chicken. Take me this thing. That's all dealing with, like you said, abomination, octopus. You had that bitch Cody B. Octopus.
Crabs, octopus, oysters, all that bottomless filth of the sea.
Yeah, and all you gotta do is like, all right, the scriptures tell you not to eat that stuff. And then what you do is you look at how nasty the shit is and what it could do, and that'll further get a visual. We already know not to do it because the Lord tell us not to, but with the pork thing, you already know that it's maggots in that.
Yeah. They did I think in the Hudson River, they throw a bunch of clams in there to clean the water.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm
because
saying? Yeah.
that stuff they cleanse.
Yeah, that's
so
what-
they
yeah.
trying to clean that shit up. And
Right.
but they need a whole bunch more.
No,
Have
that's
you
right.
ever been to a seafood place? Mainly when you go downtown and you go to a seafood
Oysters.
place, you got these people. They buying lobsters and clams and all that. When you go to the clam spot where they got the shrimps, the oysters, and the clams all in one fish tank, the water is clear as fuck.
Yeah.
The water is clear. But when you go to, then you move over, you see fish in the little tank, the water is murky a little bit, somewhat murky. Why? Because the bottom feeders, they feed off all the grime and the grit.
That's their job.
That's their job, to keep the water clean.
Yeah.
And that's
Octopus and all that, yeah.
And that's what you see where the tank is clean, and when you got fish, like like whiting or porgies and trout and bass, straight bass, red snapper, the water's murky. But they in there, and then you ask a female, why is that so? They can't tell you. They can't. Then you tell them, they're like, okay, well, I still want that, I want that, I want that, I want that. They don't care.
Yeah, they don't care, man.
That's why they box him like a hell of up. Woo-woo. I even,
Real quick.
yeah, go ahead.
Proverbs 4:7. Wisdom is a principal thing, therefore get wisdom, and with all thy gettings get understanding.
Yeah, wisdom is a principle thing, man. That's a principle thing, all right?
But like you was mentioning, we know the wisdom is the law. You bringing out the dietary laws, that we know it. But now we went into the understanding of why the Lord told us not to eat these things. You know what I'm saying? Because these things are not every animal is meant to be eaten, man. No.
You put soda on our pork, maggots will come out of it quick.
Yep.
A
know
pork
that-
will eat anything. The
Yeah,
mafia
that's-
will chop you up and feed you to pigs.
Yeah, that shit is disgusting. So we know what the scriptures, but now we want to go into we're not questioning the law, but we want to know like how dirty this shit is. So
Like, why the Lord said it.
You know, it could reinforce like, yo,
Yeah.
stay away from that shit. You know what I mean?
We want to know why the Lord said it.
Yeah.
Quick preset.
All right.
This is 1 John chapter 5 verse 3. For this is the love of the Most High, that we keep His commandments, and His commandments are not grievous.
They're not grievous, they're not hard. You know what I mean? They're not wear and tear on us. All right, and we keep his commandments, and that's love. You showing love, man. If you have a child and he listens to you and he does what you tell him to do, man, that's love right there, you know.
I'm gonna have to go across shit. I don't know if they do.
That's love.
You might be getting have to get with the ticket. You know what I mean?
All right, that's love, man. That's how you. That's love, man. Keeping the commandments.
Right.
Yeah, the laws are like an instruction manual. We're like computers, and the laws are instruction manual. You ever have, you buy your car, it comes, tells you what type of gas to put in it. For example, you put in 96 octane in a certain car that takes 87. Now the engine's all fucked up. It's the same thing, man. There's certain intakes that belongs in the body, and the law is on the instructional manual for how to maintain the body.
Hey, this is the meaning for grievous in the blue letter, and it says burdensome, severe, weighty, of great moment, violent, cruel, or unsparing.
See, this not no burden. It's not wear and tear on our body.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yo, it's not tearing us up to where we could die, man. It's helping us.
Right.
You get me? But our people, they gonna want to do what they want to do. Oh, this is blessed. That old law is done away with. This is blessed with the blood of Jesus. Yo, that's what you can't say.
Yeah, you gotta pray over it.
Yeah.
What they do is they'll
It's
take
not what goes in your mouth, they'll bring that out too.
Yep. right.
Yeah.
These niggas are demons, man. Yo, they'll take Acts the 10th chapter and use it as a license to eat any abominable laws you eat, man.
See what Paul said? The Lord told Paul when he cleansed, they didn't say that shit, man. These people are bugged out, man. That's to justify their wickedness. And they tell you that you got these people eating, like in Louisiana they be eating woodchuck and what's the other one?
Gumbo, which is a mixture of whatever.
And then they got these they eat these possum. Those are all rodents, man. And they eat that, man.
What they say to country people if you was at their house. I'm not talking about brothers in the truth, but in the world, what they'll say, you be like, yo, what's that? Food. That's automatically tell you, though, stay away from it.
It's a video surfacing that
Might be a gator.
that the elder Menendez from South Carolina put up this. You had this woman, her teeth was all twisted.
Oh yeah.
She was talking about she bought some cat. She was pissed off that the dudes didn't clean it correctly for her. And then she had a female friend there, and the nigga woman had said, she was like, I'm out of here, I ain't eating that. She was like, yo, when you come back, it's gonna be chicken.
Oh yeah. Oh,
was like-
she looked like Fleece Johnson. She got the Fleece Johnson. She looked like Fleece Johnson.
She was like, when you go to the Chinese store, you eat that, but you eat chicken. I mean, you eat cat. So why you get cut out to eat it? She said, I don't eat Chinese food. She was like, yeah.
That's like your show be that. You know what I mean?
It's crazy, man. That should go right here. The chick right here.
I told you she looked like Fleece Johnson. Get them out. You ain't good.
Listen, bro, cooking cat. I mean, eating cat, bro. They was seasoning shit in the sink. And she was like, I'm out of here. I ain't eating no. You come on, you invite me over to food to eat, and then eating cat. You know what I'm saying? That shit is crazy, bro.
Gotcha. Ecclesiastes 30 and 25. A cheerful and good heart will have a care of his meat and diet.
And not these women.
Drinking them Irish. But yeah, man, can't be in that abominable shit.
That nigga.
All that damn racket, man.
Nobody not even in the shit.
Nobody dying, bitch.
Hey, whoever you trying to get, they dead already.
Niggas is being demons. Yo, Chris Rock, he had a stand up, and the nigga said, look, I'll eat a pig's ass if you cook it right. He said that shit, bro.
That's all Jack is concerned about, man. As long as you cook it correctly, as long as you cook it good, you clean it good, you cook it good, I'm gonna eat.
You cannot clean. I don't care how much you clean that joint. I don't care if you let it soak in vinegar, man. You pickle that shit. Yo, the filth is the whole thing, man.
Benjamin be like, West Indians, they be like, you can't tell me pork is not meant to be eaten, it's too sweet. That's when the fucking West Indians bro.
Shit, it's too sweet.
It's too like when they say sweet, don't not
It's
like
like,
sugar.
yeah, like
it just
good.
like tastes good.
Yeah,
It tastes too good to be meant to eat.
But how can you?
I
I don't know, man. I haven't eaten pork in so many years, man. That
I seen a Benjamin. He say, yeah, he eat pork, but he don't eat lamb. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they say that.
Yeah,
I don't like
yeah.
how it smells. They
Yeah.
don't like. I don't like how it tastes.
That's how they
What?
say. Yep.
Yeah,
Eat pork, but don't
man.
eat lamb.
Chanel, you at this?
I got something too.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
This is it's up 14. Ecclesiasticus 30 and 14. Better is the poor being sound and strong of constitution than a rich man that is afflicted in his body.
That's right. It's better to be poor but sound understanding. Like you got a sound investment. It's stable. It's solid. But that rich man, he's all fucked up because of his intake.
It says health and a good estate of body are above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth.
All gold above infinite wealth. Look at Steve Jobs, man. He would have gave half his fortune to stay living. You know?
Like going back into Daniel's when they was eating when the king's meat, during the time of Daniel, the king's meat, where Daniel was eating pork with his vegetables, and the rest of them was eating the king's dietary supplements, and then they all was unhealthy, you know.
Yeah. It says there is no riches above a sound body, and no joy above the joy of the heart.
That's right. No joy above the joy of the mind. All right?
It says death is better than a bitter life or continual sickness.
Yeah, death is better than a continual sickness or a bitter life or continual sickness. You might have a person that's wheelchair bound.
Like Stephen Hawking.
They get bed sores, man. They have to get a pressure relief if they sitting down too long. They need a pressure relief because all of that weight, even though they can't move, that pressure, they could get an ulcer or high pain. They got to be rotated around. That's torture, man.
It all goes back to your diet, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It all goes back. That's why the Lord gave us the instruction manual.
That's
What
right.
to eat in moderation, man. You know?
That's right.
Our Lord, when he was walking the earth, he kept all the dietary laws. So there was no real counsel of the Lord getting sick or none of that shit, you know? Because he kept every single law perfect.
It's all about keeping your immune system built up, man. Once you let your immune system go, man, you subject to somebody could sneeze on you. And you get the hella cold of your lifetime, man. Because your immune system is jacked up, man. If you got a strong immune system, then you good, man.
Yeah, but yo, you know what this society does, bro? It fights against your immune system. Because, for example, hand sanitizer. Not supposed to be using that shit. Because your body's supposed to be exposed to certain germs and shit so it can learn to fight them. Another example, when your nose is running, they'll give you some type of medical. No, your nose running is your body getting rid of all the shit that's not supposed to be there. They'll do things like antiperspirants, like so you won't sweat, but no, that's your body releasing the toxins.
The deodorant.
And deodorant, you have to make sure the deodorant that you use is not an antiperspirant, bro, because you're supposed to sweat the toxins out your armpits.
Yeah.
But this society, what they do is your body naturally fighting something. They'll say, "Nah, that's a symptom." Nah, man, that's your body naturally healing itself.
That's
man.
right.
A headache or whatever, that shit's supposed to happen naturally. Now you putting all that artificial bullshit in your system, and that's only making you worse, man.
Exactly. The body has a unique way of healing itself, man.
Yeah, heat up to kill the germs.
Exactly.
Heat up, going back to homeostasis and all that.
That's right. But in this society here, they teach you to take over-the-counter lab-created drugs that's going to take care of this but harm you in this way. You got a headache, you take an Excedrin or Tylenol, but it's harming your liver or harming your kidneys, man.
You gotta see your body like a military force. Like inside your body is a military force, right? And if it's not used to war and combat, it's gonna be easy to conquer. Wherein a body that is used to war and going and fighting different causes, now it becomes stronger.
Yep, like your cell wall of your cells, that's really cholesterol. It's black because oil and water don't mix or any like fluid. So it's basically like it's like a wall city around your cell, like blocking everything like a military fashion. You know what I mean? They're like soldiers, you know. And then don't forget you got the phagocyte cells that eats up infection and shit. waste.
Yep.
Yeah, man, and going back onto this like medicine stuff, this is one thing you gotta understand. Your body, when it comes to natural foods, could know when it's had enough. Let's say, example, you eat a bunch of carrots, okay, this is enough vitamin A. You eat a bunch of oranges, this is enough oranges, vitamin C. But when you have supplements, synthesized vitamin A, vitamin C, the body cannot regulate it. So it's getting more than what it does. You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole shit too. Like, you're supposed to be going to food. That should be your medicine, man. Not these goddamn drugs that Esau got put together. Instead of fucking getting some mint syrup shit, just get actual mint.
Exactly.
That's
Mint leaves and it's boiled. It's like a mint leaves and boil it like a tea. And drink that mint leaves. You know what I'm saying? Guess what? It's going to help you. Put a little honey in it. Then that's Manuka honey. Then that's beneficial to you.
That's why the World Health Organization, the WHO, and the pharmaceuticals, they went after the herbalists, top herbalists. They went after them, man, to get them out the way because they want the miracle drugs people use. You got it.
Sirach chapter 38 verse 4.
That's the spirit.
It says, the Lord had created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them.
Now, yeah, he will not hate them.
Right.
Abhor meaning hate. The herbs of the earth, man. Cause they it's an herbist thing for everything unless the Lord wants you to die. There's something to get rid of a lot of things. There's even things that'll have your enamel grow, I heard, man.
Yeah.
Back and strengthen it back.
Yeah.
Or oil pulling.
Yeah. Your teeth. You can grow your teeth back. Yeah.
Yeah, if you do, they had people with like fucked up teeth that was oil pulling. Oil pulling is swishing oil.
Coconut oil. Yeah.
Exactly, bro. I do that shit constantly. Also,
Yeah.
you're not familiar with
We just put some coconut oil and switch your mouth and switch your teeth.
And it's garbage.
Yeah.
I fucking use. I ain't gonna lie. Don't laugh at me, brothers. I use a fucking peroxide and I gargle with it. I mix it with water.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I ain't doing it in a while. I ain't doing it in a while. That's why my shit getting a little darker again. But
nah, bro, look. You can use avocado oil to oil
Adam brings his date to our house. They babysit all three of our
activated
kids.
charcoal and neem toothpaste. Neem,
Yeah.
it's just bark. You have people that used to chew on bark. Like
Yeah.
chew on, they got
Yeah,
like
that's
neem
how they
sticks.
clean it. Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I know
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what it's called. I know about
yeah,
that.
So
Yeah.
the coconut oil, when you switching it, it strengthens your gums up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the coconut
I ain't know
oil
about
is like
avocado,
pretty
though,
much
man.
cleaning your gums, all that shit, man. And
Yep.
and what I like about activated charcoal on your teeth is, like, you could use, like, people bleach their teeth and shit, but that weakens the enamel. The activated charcoal is pretty much stick to shit. You know, like if you're sick, you drink activated charcoal, it sticks to the expanse and stuff, and you
Yeah.
flush it out. It does the same shit in your mouth and lowers the pH balance in your mouth, bro.
Mm.
You know, that's why it's not good to be dealing with like Listerine, because Listerine kills the good and
That's
the bad
fluoride.
bacteria.
That's right. That's fluoride in there.
right.
Got the fluoride, but it kills the good and the bad bacteria. It's like, you know, when you so prescribe shit for probiotics, antibiotics is destroying the good antibodies as well, like that type of shit, you know.
That's when you gotta use like stuff that has antioxidants, like garlic is an antibiotic in itself, man. It kills anything that's harmful to your body, man. But it preserves like the priest and elder said, you have bad and good in your body. So the garlic only taking out the bad, but it's preserving the good. It's not destroying both. Like when you got cancer, everybody got cancer in their body. That chemotherapy, what it does is destroy
Everything.
the good and the
Yeah.
bad T cells. You know what I'm saying?
And you're right about the chemotherapy, and also people. A lot of us already got cancers, and our bodies is already calcified the cancer. But then you go under the X-ray, and the X-ray cut open the calcification, and then the cancer starts to leak out. You know what I'm saying? Elder,
Pastor Hall is going to it too.
yeah, elder that always goes into the Tzadok. Tzadok book.
They always go into health, but I understand.
The braids and the girls are going to this.
correct.
That elder right there, he said it. He was like, when the X-ray hits the calcified cancers and all of our body, like we got cancer right now, like a cancer, and we never got an X-ray, none of that shit, and our body's already treated and calcified it. And then that X-ray beaming at that shit, cuts
releases
it open,
it.
and that's it. So it's a double, bro.
And that's how a lot of people die from chemotherapy. Chemotherapy is the #1 killer for cancer, man. That should have killed everything in your body, man, including you, man.
Hey man, I got this. This is Genesis 1:10. 11. And the power said, let the earth bring forth grass and herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth.
That's right. So the earth is bring forth the herbs, right?
Yep.
Okay.
It says, whose seed is in itself upon the earth, and it was so. And the earth brought forth grass and herbs yielding seed.
And yielding seed. So then more seed it drops into the ground, and then that brings forth more of his kind.
Yeah, because there's certain seeds that are edible. Because when you consume seeds like from the fruits, your body don't break it down, so it acts as like it cleans out your dietary tract, man. That's like straight fiber, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Also eating the skin of things, man. The skin of the kiwi, the skin of the mangoes, you know? But now, this society's so fucked up, they got organic seedless shit.
Yeah, that's you can't really call that organic.
It's not organic. Whoever came up with organic is a slick motherfucker, bro. Because now, there's different things you could do to just make your shit organic, and you could just triple the price.
Yeah.
You could have a GMO thing, put it in the goddamn Whole Foods, put slap organic on it and triple X it, man. This man is crafty.
Yo, look, they switched from red tops to yellow tops. You know what I mean? Same product, you know?
Yeah.
Yo, some dude, on my parents' note, he works in like some type of facility that deals with chicken. He told him straight up, he was like, when we bag this shit in organic and whatever, it's the same fucking chicken. We just put it in a different bag. He straight up just said it.
Yeah.
Like,
What
it's the
you
same
know
shit.
what they used to do? Pour that blood over it to make it look like it's a little fresh.
Right.
So me and y'all say, yo, we be having meat and shit at the crib. Y'all say, be like, yo, we be like, yo, man, we can't have meat for more than 2 days, man. We gotta kill this shit within 2 days. If we don't eat this shit within 2 days, man, that shit is like you might as well toss that shit.
Nah, sometimes like when I came out here, I'm like, yo, why is the chicken so big? Like, why is a chicken drumstick look like a turkey leg, man? Like,
GMO, man. It's just
Like
like
some
a nigga
Flintstone
on
shit.
steroids.
yeah,
When a
bro.
nigga's on steroids and he's like not naturally, he's just used. That's
Yeah.
the same shit they doing with these chickens, man. This Ecclesiasticus 12:10. Never trust thine enemy.
Yep.
For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Yeah, we not supposed to trust our enemy. Our number one enemy, the so-called white man. All right? Huh? Oh yeah, that's Esau. And just like iron rust, all iron is gonna rust, man. Eventually rust. So the so-called white man is gonna show his true, he's gonna reveal his horns. He's a subtle, like a motherfucker. So you gotta be aware of him. You know?
Though he humble himself and go crouching.
Yeah, I know that that's not me that did that to you. That's my forefathers. I know it's not right. We're gonna have a community thing in the community to help with economic injustice for you people. We're gonna do this. We're gonna march with you.
Charity organizations. Yep.
Charity, yep.
Though he humble himself and go crouching.
Yeah, he humbled himself. He seems weak. He seems like he's for you or weak or non-threatening.
Yet take good heed and beware of him.
Yeah, we take good heed. We know who our enemy is. We know Esau is our enemy. All right? Who is Esau, the so-called white man?
Devil.
Right. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass.
And we see the smoke screen. As if we wipe the looking glass, we see the wickedness in him.
Yep. It's
We see
clear.
it behind him. All right? Because that dust that's covering the mirror, covering his image, his wickedness, is a smoke screen.
Yeah, in the ancient world, there was no glass. They used metals, like brass or whatever. In the time with this mirror right here, they didn't have glass mirrors at the time. So, to keep the mirror completely shiny, you had to always wipe this brass metal or whatever. But, as the scriptures are saying, no matter how much wiping you do, you're gonna see that there's some form of rust. You know? It says, If thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that the rust, because glass don't rust, that's how you know it's talking about the metal, have not been altogether wiped away.
It haven't been altogether wiped away. I was picturing it like in the movies when they have them ancient world objects with the images in it. That's what I always picture, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, his rust is not altogether wiped away, man. His wickedness is there. He just didn't he didn't do nothing yet to you. But he's gonna do it to you.
And you know, another way how you can see a reflection in the ancient world is through the water.
Yeah.
You look in the water, you see your reflection in the water. You know what I mean? That's how people knew where they were before they visions a mirror. They look at the water and they can see their reflection in the water. You know?
The Apostle Paul said, though we see through a glass darkly, because in the ancient world, it's just like how you kind of see a reflection in this car right here. It's not like
Clear.
so that's how it was in the ancient world. Yeah. They, you get the shiniest metals you can, and that was an ancient world mirror. No, that's what they would polish and shit.
You know? Look how Esau came. Yo, look, you gotta go get this jab. You know? People are dying. People get sick.
Gotta get the jab, gotta
You gotta
get
wear
the
that
hit.
mask. Yeah.
Gotta
It says,
get the jab, gotta
set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place.
Yeah.
Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And
Yeah.
thou hast the last remember my words and be pricked therewith.
So see, look, man, you be joining with him or whatever, he gonna crush you. So what did ye say?
Yeah,
They was
yay.
yay. What did ye say? Yay. What up? Yay. What did he say? Yo, they was $2 billion in debt. I basically helped them out, and they gonna do this to me.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
That's what they gonna do. Yeah, that's what they gonna do.
Never trust that
what-
enemy, ho.
That's exactly what they gonna do.
That's what they do. That's what they does.
That's what they do, ho. You should have known better.
Fucking freeze your accounts and ban the hell out of you.
Oh,
Damn,
yeah.
these
Freeze
accounts
your-
freeze.
Yo,
Oh,
freeze your
Chase.
account. So
Damn.
I ain't gonna keep blabbering because the scriptures got to come out. You got it.
Verse 13. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent?
Yeah, nobody gonna pity you. You doing dumb shit. A person, Jake, they'll tell you like, yo, you deserve that to happen. You fucking idiot. Yo, you messing with a serpent, whatever, you get bit, nobody's gonna feel sorry for you. You knew what you was getting into before you got into
And
it.
who's that goddamn serpent? Esau.
Esau, man.
You start fucking with Esau and going into his secret societies and bowing out to the deities he bowed down to. That's where he can give you some FINs, but ain't worth shit. And now you're a billionaire or
So cool.
you got $4 or $5 billion. You know what I'm saying? Now you start speaking out against. You see the wickedness he's doing. But first you've been holding your tongue. Now you starting to speak out because the wickedness is starting to become unbearable for you. So now you speaking out, and now they ban you on all aspects, on YouTube, on all social media, freezing your accounts. Now they got a family because you said something about George Floyd. So now they got a $250 million lawsuit against you. What happened to free speech, freedom of speech? You can say what you want.
Cause now, look, you stop him from making those billions, right? You cut that off, right? And then you start messing with his accounts where he can't draw interest off his money, right? Now you do that, and then you take off all the plugs of him outlets and doing business with other people, and now you start having people sue his ass.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? It's like, yo, this shit, we see that coming.
Now I guarantee you, bro, you got some women come out of the woodwork saying, oh, this dude touched me, this dude this to me, did that to me. It's all the chastisement that's gonna come down the pike from you running your fucking pothole.
Yeah. No, well, it's you can say whatever, but you can't say anything about the small hats.
That's right.
That's when if you say anything about those small hats, because let's say this, right? It's nothing to go on YouTube to hear a song saying, look, I'm gonna kill this nigga, but you never hear, I'm gonna kill this Jew. You never hear shit like that.
I'm gonna go DEFCON 3 on your Jews. The fuck you talking about, bro?
So basically, you can say whatever you want about destroying your people, but the moment you mention them small hats, that's it. Because they run every goddamn thing. That's what Kanye was going into. But Kanye, Ye, all right, we're telling you, look, you got in that industry. How the fuck you think they got their money? You think they got it by being honest and doing good deals? It was all about snaking people, cutthroating people, and that's how they got to the top. So why the fuck you think they'll be any different with you?
Yep, Richard's gotten up by
And
the
he's
seat.
seen that, and he knew that what he had to. And I think
And it took him, because I believe he was designing for them. Now it took him, he promoted that brand, and you got other jakes buying that shit, and you know, which they some ill looking sneakers. I ain't gonna front. And now look, now they use them, and then they're gonna prop up somebody else and pick up a different brand now.
the bottom line is, bro, you knew that you had a serpent within your circumference, and you stroked that serpent the wrong way, and now the serpent is biting you, and you can't do nothing about it. And now that venom, if you don't grab it and secure that venom, it's gonna go through the whole body and it's gonna kill you. Ultimately, what I'm saying is, you keep running your mouth. You're already in hot water with them. They froze your accounts. They got somebody, George Floyd family, because what happened to freedom of speech? You spoke some minor shit saying that George Floyd was a criminal. Now they got a 20.
No, he said that he died from fentanyl. Which makes sense.
Yeah, that might be true though. I ain't gonna lie.
Candace Owens did a documentary exposing BLM and George Floyd, and she was proving
that he was a drug addict.
Right, but there was no. They said he died from the nigga putting his knee on his thing, but the coroner was like, there was no broken disc, there was nothing in the chest, like pretty much all the things that would validate him dying with the knee on the neck. Shit don't make sense, and he died of the fentanyl. So Kanye's whole thing is, you can question JFK death, but why we can't question
George Floyd
death?
So now they got a $250 million lawsuit on you now. Because you've been running your mouth. Now, what I'm going to say this right here, too. Now, what I'm going to say this right here. I guarantee you, I could be wrong, but I guarantee you, you got about 3 or 4 women come out of the woodwork saying that he touched them inappropriately. And now they want to have a lawsuit against him because he touched them inappropriately. I guarantee you, they come out with some, I guarantee you, I may be wrong, but that's how Esau gets down.
Yeah.
They're going to have 2 or 3 women. It happened to Tupac, it happened to Tyson, it happened to Kobe, it happened to Kevin Spacey, it happened to this dude, Weinstein,
Bill Cosby.
It happened to Bill Cosby.
God damn.
And guess who's gonna be the judge or the prosecutor?
Esau.
This guy, if I was Kanye West, bro, talking the way you talking, you gotta be very mindful of the woman you have around you. And now you mentioned that some sex scandal might come out against Kanye, right? Because you're talking about the so-called Jews. Well, check this out, right? The so-called Jews wanted Clinton to bomb Iran, and
Monica
he didn't do
Lewinsky.
it. Monica Lewinsky sucked them off. Last name Lewinsky was that. They planted that bitch there.
Right.
Now we have this dirt on you, and immediately, and they don't bring it out, immediately after that,
Boom, 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 boom,
Right.
boom, boom.
you can look it up. Clinton then went ahead with the order to bomb Iran. So these so-called Jews, they have what they call honey traps. About you, brother.
And you know what? And I believe, I'm gonna give it back to you. And they probably was like, denied it, and they probably have video. They probably had them on camera with it and bring out.
And you
Further proof. You give me, look, give it back to
Well, that's what Jeffrey Epstein was about. Jeffrey Epstein was a so-called Jew, and what he would do is he would get elitists, fly them onto this private island, have them do obscene things, record it, and then leverage that shit against them. Because when you have money, you can't bribe people with money. You have to bribe them with these particular acts.
Right.
And then it was during the time of in the 80s, during the time of Ronald Reagan, and during the time of Bush and Ronald Reagan, when Bush was the vice president and Ronald Reagan was the president, they had like a it was called a blackmail ring. What they would do is they would have, like he said, they would get political rivalries compromised in certain days where they was getting caught in having sex with little boys or having sex with a little girl, and now they have it on film. And now, if you don't play by the rules, we're gonna release this and destroy you.
They did that with Governor Cuomo. Governor Cuomo didn't want to mandate that thing.
they
And
brought
then
that
all of
bitch.
a sudden, they brought that bitch out that from 30 years, 20,
Damn.
30 years ago. Yeah.
20 years ago, he did this to me. So why you ain't say shit? You know why? Because they put it in the vote. And the moment you go against the status quo, they release these videos on this nigga. Let's get him out of here.
That's right. And now they got this chick that's playing ball, and now she's running again. I don't think she's going to make it. What she do, I won't be surprised if she become the governor again. She's the acting governor of New York City.
She wasn't voted.
She wasn't voted. She's the acting governor. Now they're about to do the midterm voting next month. If she get it again, now you see her. You know what I'm saying? But the nigga that's voting, it's two sides of the same coin. Both feathers. You got the left feather and the right feather. The Democrats and the Republicans, they both are part of the eagle. So they ain't gonna go against each other. You got an eagle with wings, but they both you got the left wings and the right wings.
Yeah, I'll say this much, bro. I'm gonna bring out the scripture. The Democratic Party has manipulated the mind of you stupid ass niggas to where you have New York. There's no form of protection. It's damn near completely Gotham City. All these Democratic states, Chicago, New York, and all these other madness. But you fucking niggas, you bird brain niggas, I'm a Democrat, I'm a Democrat. You have no fucking independent thought, man.
What the Lyndon B. Johnson said, we're gonna have these niggas voting Democrat for the next 300 years.
Yeah, our people are wildly emotional, man.
And they was
Yo, George Soros, and that's why Kanye West mentioned George Soros. He said you're a very smart man because you know our people is emotional and you manipulated their trauma for votes, quote unquote, black vote matter. This is Luke 12:2. For there's nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known.
and that's read that again, Baba Kashar?
Luke 12:2. For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known.
Because what these devils like to do, they like to do shit then hide it. You know? It could be centuries down the line, but guess what? The Lord's gonna allow that dirt that you covered up and buried to come out, man. Such as the Devil's Punch Bowl, such as Dave Derby's Dose, such as the women lying saying that Emmett Till winked at her or kissed at her and she got him put to death. Now she came out and she was on the deathbed saying it was all a lie. You see, a lot of things that Esau have done in the past and covered it up, now it's being uncovered, should have show forth your wickedness, man.
Even things now. That BLM situation was just 2 years ago.
Good.
Right.
And now it's really coming out to light who's behind it with the whole the agenda about it. That it was never about you so-called black people.
Of course, it's about what they do that was the Marxist agenda. They was all Marxists. What they did was played upon the emotions of the people, open up a GoFundMe or where they could donate all billions of dollars and then suck all that money out. And this chick, the two dyke bitches that run that place right there, they up in the hills amongst the white people.
Living it up.
Yeah, in the documentary, she said that Black Lives Matter's got $90 million, and they was trying to say, let's look. I gotta watch that documentary. She's like, let's look into where the hell that money went. Damn sure ain't go to these niggas. First of all, Black Lives Matters in that George Floyd shit, which George Floyd was a nigga. He put a gun to a woman who was trying to rob her. He was no saint. They got this nigga painted everywhere.
Got a statue.
Black Lives Matter doing that whole shit on riots. They had agent provocateurs come through your neighborhoods and destroy it.
Yep.
Yeah, it was Fordham.
Yep.
Fordham was a guy. Niggas robbing jewelry stores from other states. So if it was truly about Black Lives Matter and all that type of shit, wouldn't they have police out there to prevent and all that type of shit? It wasn't helping me, man.
It was all they were trying to get
Psyop.
it was all a side to trying to get you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans to rise up so they could put you down. That's what they wanted, man. They was trying to invoke riots and invoke uprisings, but it didn't happen. Everybody was trying to band together with Black Lives Matter, with these two women running their potholes, leading the pack, deceiving y'all, because they was Marxists, trained Marxists to bring forth this stuff, man. So now, yeah, bro.
You had that guy with the umbrella that was breaking windows and shit. You have certain places that had bricks already set up for them to stone sales.
Yeah.
They was trying to play on your minds, play on your emotions of you people to force a riot. And when that didn't go through, they said, you know what? Let's send agent provocateurs from other states to make it look like that particular place is a state of rioting.
But that didn't work. It sort of worked, but it didn't work. But now what they're doing is, if you go back, it's called predictive programming. Watch that purge when they was in Staten Island. They had the purge out there where they was trying to purge, but Jake was in a partying state. They wasn't trying to purge. They were just partying and bullshitting. What they did was, to get that purge jumping, they sent in anarchists, man, military men, to start to get it jumping off. You know what I'm saying? Now, what they doing now in Chicago, with this Safety Act, starting January 1st, 2023, they starting where they going to do away with cash bails. But all kind of crimes could be, they ain't going to come after you for a couple of days, for 2 or 3 days. By that time, you could be in West Bubblefuck, man.
Yeah.
Then they start looking for you. That's a purge, man. What they doing is, they get rid of the undesirable of you niggas, man. And it's ironic, they starting it in Chicago, where you got a bunch of drill rappers that's killing each other, a bunch of crime that's up sky high, man. That's called the purge, man.
And that drill shit then spread to everywhere. Los Angeles, New York, now niggas is, they got a
In
dance called
London,
Naughty Bob.
yeah.
When they stabbing themselves,
So here it is, a naughty bar where they like, what the
I'm Naughty Bob and poking my hips and
yo, when you gotta scratch your head on the wickedness of these people, man. I'm not even going to call them my people, man, because they're not my people, man. They're part of the 2/3 club, man. My people are the part of the men that's sighing and crying, and the men that's eyeing the harvest and the Bible is doing the work of the Most High, and truthfully and sincerity, man. But the rest of you men that's out there dancing and playing like you stabbing yourself and committing adultery and gang banging and with that drill rap, man, that's just nothing but a culture of death, man. And the Most High in 2 years put to death 450 rappers, man.
God damn.
That was the 2020, 2021. 450 rappers got put to death. Now we're in 2022, and it's going to match that of the 2 previous years, man. And then you got this, then you got this bony ass crackpot. They call himself Charleston White. That's provoking people, man. He nothing but a crackpot, man. He speak truth, but he got his own platform, man. And I won't be, but he's a snitch. He got to be an agent, because every time you turn around, he's snitching on people. He's an agent to bring forth chaos and to get you people to try to react to him. And guess what? He gonna put you under the ground. Under the ground meaning you gonna be under the jail cell, or you may get yourself killed. But you can't trust 2/3 of you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You are the enemies of the elect of the Most High, man. So we can't trust you because you believe in Esau's philosophy. You believe in Esau's way of life, man. So we can't trust you. So that means never trust our enemy. That refers to Esau, the goddamn right, man. But it also refers to you niggas too, man. That's part of the 2/3. Because you're a supplant too, man. All you gotta do is look at these drill rappers. Yo, Jake is gone, man. Yeah. Jake is gone. I mean, totally, man. And you can't trust them. You can't trust a nigga, man. Never trust a nigga. No, never.
Isaiah 47:3, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
And your nakedness is being uncovered, man. To my all the wickedness that you goddamn devils have been doing, man. Spreading your wickedness with this LGBT, whatever you want to call that shit. With this, with the gay agenda, the gay mafia. What else they have out there? That I'm saying that that's out there totally wicked, man. This the culture of death that they put into these. They back in the 90s had a council on what we're going to do is we're not going to sign no more rappers promoting positive music. What we're going to do is promote. So that's why you
see this guy right here?
Yeah.
This guy could be a multi-billionaire of a hedge fund, bro. That's dictating all shit and controlling shit.
You ain't gonna know. You ain't gonna know that.
No. You know, Kanye West, they want him to apologize for a DEFCON tweet. This is what he said on Piers Morgan. He said, look, I want you to take the top athletes in the NBA. We're going to take the top athletes in the NFL. We're going to take the top entertainers. We're going to get a loyal together. All the top major things and platforms and businesses. We're going to see who the top ones are. Predominantly going to be Jake's. And let's see who owns their contracts.
Right.
That's the whole point of it. Let's get these NFL owners together. So the point is, you got our people, the Negroes, Latinos, or Native Americans. They are generating all the cash in this American shit. but they're not reaping the benefits of it, man, because the so-called Jew own their contracts, man.
They're only getting crumbs. They're only getting the crumbs off the table of the elites, man.
That's what a gladiator got. He got
No, wait, brother. There's some research, man. Them gladiators were extremely wealthy. Some of the time, the prop system, just like how you have your Mayweather
Salah.
now and your Michael Jordans, they had that back in the ancient world, brother.
That's no
they
crumbs
gave him
though.
perks. I mean, they gave him perks.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I meant to say. They gave him like they rewarded the gladiators with women and certain things and coin. You know?
And gave them their freedom after they won a certain amount of money. You know what I'm saying? After they won a certain amount of battles, they got their freedom. You know?
They were low-key worship, bro. Just like the same sort of admiration that they got in this society, they had it back in the ancient world. And when I was looking it up, gladiators' sweat was used as an aphrodisiac back in the ancient world. Yeah,
Their sweat, the blood, and
I don't know about the blood, but I just know they use their sweat as an aphrodisiac, bro.
And wasn't it the Flavian dynasty that built the Roman Colosseum?
Titus. Domitian built it for his brother Titus. That's what's called the Ark of Titus. That's what's called the Ark of Titus. Yeah.
I'll read this again. It says, Isaiah 47:3, thy wickedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance and I will not meet thee as a man.
Yeah, the Lord is not going to meet you as a man. He's going to be in his full spiritual power, man, when he returns with the angels. And you know, the world says they're aliens and UFOs. Nah, those are angels and those vehicles are chariots.
That's right, brother.
All right, and they could come in the form of clouds, how they moving, but you know, they're ships.
Yep.
Different shapes, different makeup.
That's right.
And you know, Esau, he put it out there to make it seem like it was like Hollywood or whatever, or made up. Because it was a curse unto him, man. The angels was messing with their Air Force, man. They would appear and reappear. So then I believe Esau made one of his bullshit ass ships that looked like a chariot and crashed it in Roswell. Because he makes his own crafts at S4 and Area 51. He makes crafts that try to look like the chariots. But you said it's a drone, see?
Some lady brought it out that was a drone, I think from Russia or whatever, some shit like that.
Yeah.
To fuck with the United States, and they put a little thing in it. But hell, the chariots of the Lord don't crash.
Yeah.
It's impossible, man.
You kidding me, bro?
We know that, but I'm like, yo, well, Esau crashed his own shit or whatever. Because I'm like, yo, that's what he did.
Yeah, to create that narrative that because they're little green men and all that bullshit.
In the world, I used to be like, yo, I need one of the religious books to go in to these. I call them UFOs because I'm like, yo, the technology exists. I know it exists. People's put to death over it. So I'm like, yo, I gotta see it. Then I see the apostles breaking it down. I'm like,
There it is.
the answers I needed. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
Yep. Precept. This is Zechariah chapter 5, verse 3. And it says, Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole
I
earth.
cursed them chariots. Because Esau knows he can't do nothing about it. He can't emulate the technology. He's trying. That's why I know brothers gonna laugh. Yo, he's trying. This dude he's trying to make it to different realms. He's trying to bend space and time, man. That's his pride, man.
Yep.
That's the curse.
Yep.
Damn devil.
That's why they have the Space Force. That's why they got Area 51 and S1, because they building they so-called high-tech spacecrafts. Esau.
It says, For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off, as on this side according to it.
The so-called white man, the biggest thief. What did he steal? The Lord's name, the Lord's identity, the Lord's people's identity, the lands, name them after himself. So, he's going around stealing. He's still stealing to this very day.
Yep.
So that thief, the Lord is going to put him out.
And it says, and everyone that swear it shall be cut off as on that side according to
What's
it.
a Roman Catholic Church? All right,
yeah.
look at that, man. All right, come on. They got them over there as being they over there trying to be like they the gateway from the Pope to the Most High, yo.
Sure.
What type of shit, yo, man? He seems innocent. They the most corrupt motherfuckers, man.
Right.
I wouldn't believe if they not putting out hits on people.
Oh.
But I know the UCC, if they involved in that. Go back to that Roman law, canon law. All right, and they wanted the unclean spirits, the religious factor. Got the false prophet. So yo,
It says, I will bring it forth, say the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief.
so into the house of the thief here in America. This is a hot spot to be totally destroyed, man. So the chariots, the Lord going, man, that concentrated fire they shoot, it's gonna beat them to powder. So it's gonna have the same effect as those nukes on people wise, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gonna be burning things up, but that's intense heat to turn a person instantly into powder.
Thus. It says, and into the house of him that swore falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones
So
thereof.
this place is gonna be consumed with thermonuclear destruction and concentrated fire, which is lasers, man. Yo, that's gonna be like a horrific. It's close up. So with that, all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakal Kadash.
Double honors to the apostles, honors to the elders, and honors to Akim Pushers to pop in sincerity, all right? Shalom.
Shalom.